What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I'm a cartoon avatar that barely represents the person behind it, coming at you live once again through the power of money that Sky Broadband likes to suck out of my wallet. Did you have a good new year? I sure hope so, because I know I certainly did. And are you guys ready? Are you ready? Because this is it. We are officially in the year of Halo. All throughout 2020, we're going to see flights, updates, releases for the Master Chief Collection as 343 adds each respective Halo game to PC and updates them for the console in the process. And as the year goes on, we will finally be seeing more of Halo Infinite. And what's better? We're going to be flighting it. The idea of helping 343 shape the future of Halo into something great is definitely something to be excited for. But before I get too worked up about Infinite, I'd like to take a moment to think about the Master Chief Collection again, because it has been great fun having Reach in there. I am playing almost daily, yes, even when I should be working, but as I've progressed through Season 1, unlocking the Reach cosmetics as I go along, I keep asking myself, what could possibly be next? Some may say the obvious, others may have different ideas. Me? No clue, not a single clue. But one thing I do know is that no matter what, 2020 is going to be a very interesting year for the Master Chief Collection. Cosmetics! A copious cluster of collectible cosmetics. That's what you wanted me to say, right? Well, probably not like that, but cosmetics! I mean, after all, it does seem like the most natural thing to add, and why wouldn't it be? Halo in recent years has had a huge assortment of cosmetics readily available to unlock as you progress in each game. Halo 4 continued what Reach started with a massive number of cosmetics, improving a couple of those areas with proper customization for both the gauntlets and the legs. While Reach previously offered just knee guards and a single gauntlet cosmetic for your left arm only, Halo 5 took a bit of a step backward when it came to player options, an unfortunate issue, but it did try to make up for the lack of options by adding in many different sets to the game. So if the cosmetics are indeed the way to go, then how could this work? Well, some time ago I made a video discussing the possibility of new or cut armor being added to Halo Reach, and I made this video for a reason. On February 14, 2011, the Defiant map pack trailer was released, and along with it a few screenshots of the upcoming maps. One of those screenshots featured these Spartans and this helmet. I will link the video in the description as it gives a bit more context and history behind what this helmet originally was, but to sum it up, this helmet, nicknamed the GRD helmet by players, was originally slated to release with the anniversary map pack, but unfortunately it didn't end up happening. Files for this helmet were never released to the console, and so not even community modders could access the information about them. However, when the Master Chief Collection began flight testing for PC, modders quickly began data mining. One such modder was GameCheat13, who found not only the GRD set, but a second set. This makes perfect sense because the chest with this helmet doesn't match up to the one that I mentioned in my previous video. But swap the chest piece from this set and suddenly things are starting to look a bit familiar. But why bring this up? Well, what else could 343 possibly have up their sleeve for Season 2 beyond cosmetics? Could it actually be possible to add in new cosmetics for Reach? Let's take Season 1 here for example. There are 140 items to unlock over the course of 100 levels. If Season 2 is intended to have a similar grind, how else would they do it if it wasn't cosmetic items? I sincerely doubt that most players are going to be too interested in grinding from rank 1 to 100 for anything other than cosmetics. I'm sure there are some players out there who would happily play and not worry about the unlocks, but to most players, I cannot see many people willing to grind for nameplates and avatar cards, and I'd be willing to put money down on that. That being said, let's assume for one moment that it is 343's grand plan to add in more cosmetics to encourage daily playing. Obviously, I'm assuming that these two cut pieces will make their way into Reach somehow, but what else? I'm no developer, so I don't know how these engines work or how adding in new assets could make or break things, but imagine if 343 utilized this customization menu for more than just Reach. Imagine with each new game releasing, starting with Combat Evolved, that we get fully customizable Spartans for the older games, and each season would have a huge number of unlockable cosmetics. Wouldn't that be amazing? And something to consider here is that Halo 4 and 5 are remarkably similar games from a design perspective. That is to say that the armors from Halo 4 and 5 look very similar. Would it not be possible to downgrade the quality of those assets from Halo 5 and port them to Halo 4 and use them as new assets? Try and imagine customization coming back in full swing to Halo 3, to Halo 4 as well, obviously. Imagine if 343 decided to add ODST's firefight mode back into the game, to matchmaking even, allowing you to play as every unlocked character from the original ODST roster, including the greatest character unlock in the history of Halo.
Me!
Adding in cosmetics where there previously were none or very minimal could be a great way to get people back into the game, and I would be crazy impressed at 343's commitment to the Master Chief Collection if this were to come true. Trying to picture Halo CE multiplayer as anything but multicolored Master Chiefs running around is difficult. Trying to picture Halo 2 multiplayer as anything other than multicolored Master Chiefs running around is also difficult. Like I said, I don't know squat about game development, but one thing that I do understand and resonate with is gamer culture, gamer apathy, and gamer impatience. And if Season 2 isn't cosmetics, then it has to be something pretty damn impressive to keep people on that grind. Something else worth discussing could be a small quality of life upgrade to the MCC that I think players would really enjoy, especially if we were given the extra cosmetics. One thing I feel Reach did right was showing off player Spartans when their profiles were highlighted. In the hectic environment of a game, it's difficult to look at other teammates who are scrambling around for points, so what if 343 somehow managed to add that back into the game for Season 2? What if highlighting a player's profile shows one Spartan? Their preferred Spartan, mind you. If you prefer the look of the Reach Spartan, you set that as your preference the same way you select your preferred species. And whatever you've selected will appear on the main menu to other players until you're loading into a specific game. Say your preference is the Reach model, but you're loading into a game on Halo 3. If it were possible, how cool would it be if your Spartan would change on the menu to reflect what game you're about to load into? Showing off Spartans was a big thing before, because if you had a badass set of armor, it meant that you had done something either impressive or beaten a respectable grind. And even if that isn't a possibility for the MCC, fair enough, but I think we should definitely start talking about it returning in Infinite. As for other awards, I have to say that there is nothing wrong with getting a few Flare nameplate unlocks. I think all of us early MCC adopters can easily say that the launch nameplates were incredibly dull, and in fact, I think I would rather see them removed or updated to be much less bland. And with the additions that 343 have made over the last 2 years, and the inclusion of new nameplates featuring colour and relevance, it has been a quality upgrade. There are certainly a few nameplates in the MCC that I would like to unlock myself, and having a few more to unlock in Season 2 really couldn't hurt, say 1 or 2 every 10 to 30 levels maybe. To sum it all up though, I do believe that the right direction to go in would definitely be more cosmetics if possible, because that kind of content is usually what keeps people coming back for more. Look at games like Fortnite and Apex Legends. The Battle Pass popularized by games like Fortnite seem to be striking a chord with gamers as a fun way to unlock content. And for the games themselves, it's a good way to ensure regular players who want a bit more out of the experience than just the gameplay. Regardless of what Season 2 has on offer, I'm still going to be playing whether the unlocks are cosmetic items like armor, or minor flair items like nameplates and emblems. And I hope I'll see you guys online too. Now, this is the end of the video, but before I say goodbye, I would like to address something that is monumentally important to me. My last video, Halo Isn't Fun Anymore, upset a few commenters who genuinely thought that I dislike Halo, and some even said that I was an overly negative influence, and if that's how I came across to you, then I apologize. But the point of that video was to address the spirit of Halo and criticize it. It was not to paint the franchise itself in a negative light. I love Halo. I always have done, and I likely always will do. I wouldn't dedicate all this time making videos about a franchise that I hated, that'd just be weird. But I'd like to make a note of this and hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I would love to do this stuff for a living, and so far, it's looking good. But unfortunately, that means that I am going to have to do some more clickable titles at times. Yes, Dave needs to clickbait here and there, but I am trying my best to make you feel like the content that you've clicked on is worth it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Clickable titles, yes, but watchable content. Because at the end of the day, if I want to keep this up, I do have to keep attracting more people, I do have to keep getting views. It's not a greed thing, it's not a hatred thing, it's just a thing. And I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. To summarize it, I love Halo, but I gotta be a clicky boy sometimes. But please let me know if you have any questions or complaints, I still read all of the comments.